Blessed be our Father, we lay down Visceral Studios on this day.
Hey everybody, welcome to Game Gorgon. My name is Krug.
I'm Indigo.
And today we're here to talk about the unfortunate circumstances that surround Visceral Studios closing. I just want to get this out of the way up front. We both understand that this situation potentially has the ability to affect people's lives, it's people's livelihoods. We might make light of it a few times, but at the root of this video we want all of the developers to find new homes. Hopefully, if they can't find a new home within EA, we wish them the best of luck in finding work elsewhere.
Yeah.
First, a little bit of background. For those of you that don't know, Visceral is the company that worked on the very successful Dead Space franchise. They started at EA as just a part of EA Games, a regular group of developers. They actually became the first genre-specific team in EA.
Did you ever play the Dead Space games?
I did play Dead Space 2 a little bit. I didn't own it, but I played it with my cousin a couple times.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've played, I want to say 3, and I believe I played 2 on PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
I really loved the franchise. I thought it was a very interesting franchise. I mean, I don't feel that they really pushed the boundaries of that genre after the first 2. 3 was good. I enjoyed it, but I don't think it was oh my god, this is so new.
It was safe.
Yeah, exactly. At that point, they're like, oh, well, we know what our franchise is. Shoot alien limbs off.
Right.
But they didn't make just Dead Space, did
No,
they? Make a couple other?
Yeah, they made Battlefront Hardline. They have a bunch of titles to their name.
Which, by the way, completely opposite of the genre.
Right.
Did you ever play Hardline?
Yeah.
Yeah, the fact that there was an ability in the game where if you snuck up on your enemies and said, freeze, with your badge, they would stop and just drop their guns.
Maybe I didn't play Hardline. I have no idea what the F you're talking about.
Hardline was the cop genre, version of all the Battlefield games.
Huh.
It was you were an officer.
Super never played it.
All right, then.
What a weird concept. Recently, EA, in a blog post, explained a little bit of background behind Visceral, why they're going to be closing it down, and what's happening with their current project. They say, our Visceral studio has been developing an action-adventure title set in the Star Wars universe, which is interesting. They say it was shaping up to be a story-based linear adventure game, but after listening to the feedback and closely tracking fundamental shifts in the marketplace, they think that to deliver an experience that players will want to come back and enjoy for a long time to come, they need to pivot the design. They say they're shifting the game to be a broader experience that allows for more variety and player agency, leaning into the capabilities of their Frostbite engine and reimagining the central elements of the game to give players a Star Wars adventure of greater depth and breadth to explore.
Microtransactions.
Yes.
All of that together sounds okay, I guess, but to me, it's super just, we realize that we can't make money off of single-player storyline games like Dead Space, like Uncharted series, and we're going to figure out a way to make it more open and make it more so that we can make significantly more money off of you.
In this current climate, that is just kind of what we have to assume, with studios more and more leaning towards microtransaction monetization schemes, and EA being a huge culprit of that themselves. It just kind of feels like they were developing a title that wasn't going to fit in that scheme, and they need to take a step back, give the title to a group of people that have experience developing games specifically for the microtransaction monetization model, and then release it from there, which I don't really know what to fucking say. Yeah, I get it. You have to make money, but can you fucking do it in a less obtrusive way?
And we know that EA is doing this for a bunch of different reasons. One, it's EA and they're a big company and they need to make money.
Yeah.
2, they're making a Star Wars game, which means that they need to make Disney money, which just those 2 points in itself is a lot, but then turn around and put it on Microsoft, and Microsoft takes a percentage, and send it to box sales, and box sales takes a percentage. They're seeing their overall box sale price drop, and so they have to come up with a better means for their company to make money.
Right.
And actually, there was a series of tweets that went out about Dead Space 2 talking about, hey, it cost a bunch of money to make Dead Space 2, and it wasn't a success because it didn't sell enough box sales, And because that was the only form of monetization in Dead Space 2,
It kind of screws you at that point, right? You don't have a method of recouping your investment.
at least long term.
Exactly, yeah. And something interesting that I learned from that series of tweets was apparently the advertising budget for average game is equal to the development budget.
Which is
So
crazy.
If a game costs 60 mil to develop, it costs 60 mil to advertise. That's bananas. So we get it. There's huge overhead. It needs to be less obtrusive, please.
That is a ton of money for development. $60 million equal in marketing. That's insane. What would you guys do with $60 million? Let us know down in the comments. And while you're down there, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button, share it, hit the arrow, because it's an arrow and not 3 nodes like someone said.
That's what shut up.
All of that being said, my name's Indigo, and you can reach me on Twitter at IndigoQT.
And I'm Crew. You can get me at CrewQT on Twitter. You can also get both of us at _QTimes on Twitter.
And we've been Game Gorgon. Bye.